At 2 a.m., a loud thud shook the apartment building. It wasn't the first time. Everyone knew where the noise came from, flat 2B. Mr. Tony, the tenant from hell, was at it again. Disclaimer. This story is fictional and is for the purpose of awareness.
Let's dive into the story.
At 2 a.m., a loud thud shook the apartment building. It wasn't the first time. Everyone knew where the noise came from, flat 2B. Mr. Tony, the tenant from hell, was at it again. Mr. Tony had been a nightmare since he moved in. He blasted loud music at odd hours, left his trash in the hallway, and borrowed things without returning them. The worst part. He never fixed anything he broke, from the shared washing machine to his neighbor's potted plants. Complaints to the landlord went nowhere. The man always paid rent on time, so the landlord didn't care. Then, a new tenant moved into 2C, Mama Kemi. She was in her late 50s, a short but fierce woman. No one knew much about her at first, but they soon learned she was just as difficult as Tony, maybe even worse. On her first day, she dragged the big, old wooden bench to the shared hallway and claimed it as her sitting spot. She sat there all day, eating loudly, talking on the phone, and staring at anyone who passed by. Tony didn't like it. "This is a hallway, not your living room," he snapped. Mama Kemi smirked. "And is this not the same hallway you dump your trash in?" For the first time, Tony had no comeback. Then, the noise war started. Tony's usual loud music met its match when Mama Kemi blasted Fuji music at full volume in return. When Tony left his dirty dishes in the communal sink, Mama Kemi mistakenly poured palm oil into them. One evening, Tony's favorite trick, leaving his dirty laundry in the shared washing machine, backfired. Mama Kemi calmly removed his clothes, dunked them in a bucket of soapy water, and placed them outside on the pavement. "Since you like public space so much, enjoy," she said with a grin. The final straw came when Tony tried to use his usual scare tactics. He knocked on Mama Kemi's door aggressively one night. "You better respect yourself," he shouted. The door flung open. Mama Kemi, in her wrapper and headscarf, held a wooden spoon like a weapon. "Respect yourself. I am not your mate," she barked. Then, to everyone's shock, she yanked Tony by the ear and pulled him into her apartment. Loud scolding followed. Nobody knew what she told him, but from that night, Tony changed. He stopped blasting music. He started taking his trash outside. He even greeted his neighbors. Nobody asked what happened in Mama Kemi's apartment that night, but whatever it was, it worked. And just like that, the tenant from hell finally met his match.